everybody, welcome to another Money Reviews. Today we're checking out the NB Tactical Neck Gaiter V3. This is the multicam version. As you can see, it's got multicam, breathable mesh here, and then it's cloudy brown throughout. They do have multiple colors. They've got Flecktarn, Tropic, multicam black, Big Ranger green, and a couple others, a weird digital pattern. But these, as they put it, are neck gaiters that are optimized for airsoft players and airsoft use. And I tend to agree with them. The gaiter is extremely comfortable, it's very breathable, and it is a one-size-fits-all that actually is big enough to feel comfortable on even my big head, but still somehow tapered enough to hold the mask, the Venom V3 that I have, without it shifting at all. I really like the multicam breathable mesh that they have throughout the whole front half of this mask, especially right here, as you can see through the lighting. If I get the light right, you can kind of see my hand kind of ghosting through it right here. That shows you how breathable and mesh it is, and you can kind of see through there. You can see the table. So when you're wearing your face protection under here, which I've already reviewed, I'll have a card pop up for that. It helps mitigate fogging because this is very breathable, so is the mask. On the front sides, we have this like thinner jersey knit almost material. You've got NB Tactical's logo, very nondescript right here in brown on brown, and then you have more of like a ribbed jersey knit material on the lower neck face area, and you also have the same material on the back. There is a taper cut to it. Weirdly enough, it almost looks like a girl's bodysuit here. So snap me. But yeah, that's what it kind of looks like in its shape. It is extremely comfortable to wear, so you can see it right now. I'm wearing it. Even with my beard, I always tend to get this weird neck fupa look. Not as bad with this, but it's not great. But I don't really care. It doesn't matter. I've got the Venom V3 on underneath, and as you can see, even with my big old like no neck ass and big old head, it fits really well, and the mask doesn't shift and it looks good under it. Next, you see my oldest son, who has got a smaller face, smaller profile, and he's wearing the same mask. Fits him just as good. These are the same exact gaiter, not the same one, but the same style. They're all one size fits all. He's got the Venom V3 on as well, and you can see that poking out on the sides, little mandible areas of his face a little more prominently. But it fits well and it doesn't shift. We've been running these extensively since we got our V3, our Venoms, and we've been alternating between these and the Agilite balaclava, the SF balaclava. The Agilite SF balaclava is very breathable, like this material here. Awesome. If you want to see that, I'll put a card up for that right there. You can check that out. When I don't want a full head covering, I will opt for this versus the Agilite balaclava. If I want a full head covering, I will opt for my Agilite, simply because I don't have an NB Tactical balaclava yet. I do plan on getting one. These things are extremely comfortable, and they most definitely are one of the best gaiters I've worn for airsoft. I have worn lots of Condor gaiters, some buff gaiters, as well as your standard Spec Ops brand neck gaiters. I wore those on deployment. I liked them. They were very breathable for the most part, but I even have this weird big bulky like Air Force gaiter I got in foliage, and I don't know the brand. It was FR. All of those had one thing in common. They still caused me to fog more than I wanted to while playing airsoft, even with goggles that were pretty good at not fogging. When it comes to a balaclava, I've worn standard little just flash hoods all the way to the Marine Corps frog hood, and then the Arc'teryx cool guy one, the Obi-Wan Nairobi hood, the administrative results one. I like that one a lot. I still gravitate more to this guy now, even with all those other gaiters that I have. Speaking of the Arc'teryx, just to give you an idea, it is pretty breathable because I have it right here. Just realized that. It is still very breathable for the most part, but this is just even more breathable. I mean, look at that. You can see the difference. It's not a crazy amount, but it's enough. I do like the Arc'teryx hood. It's a little bigger than I care for, which helps me, and it kind of doesn't want to keep the Venom V3 in place comfortably the way this one does, so I don't wear this as much because of that. I will wear this more. If I had a lower profile mask that was a little bit easier to wear, I might consider wearing this more, but this guy here is kind of the way, in my opinion. So if you want a neck gaiter that is airsoft friendly and more airsoft engineered, check out NB Tactical and grab one of these for yourself. I know Amped Airsoft is an American vendor for them. I got this from Germany. A buddy of mine did an order, and we all jumped in and got them. Superboy sauce, good looking out. That's all I got, guys. I hope you got something out of this review. As always, man, get out there, play some airsoft, LARP smarter, not harder, and make sure you are covering your face with the proper stuff to protect your mouth, but also plus up your game by avoiding fog. Take care, please.